Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone of well. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. This is the one I uploaded, I believe, yesterday or the day before. It's the Carnival. Go along for the ride. You can go check that out. But this will be a part 2. And you have to go see the first one before you look at this one. But in the imagery, and towards the end, the controllers wanted to give you, the freedom to not have to choose anything, free yourself from missing the past when things were quote unquote better, and just give you an all around great and wonderful life. And the only thing that they needed from you was your identity. Okay. And then we talked about how they already get some of your identity by these ads and listening to the device you call phone and all these other different things, all these targeted ads and stuff like that. But the ultimate way, of course, we talked about was DMO TV. So we'll carry on with a portion of it, one of them being the identity portion, and then the second being the attack on the food, because that was also a thing. One of the parts of the imagery was just fat people stuffing their gaping maw full of GMO foods and fake cheeses on the pizza and burgers. Burgers was another one that was on there. And right on time for the 1 cent and 50 cent and super cheap burgers of Lord knows what kind of meat, because they ain't got to tell you what the clone meat is with the cancer cells. They ain't got to tell you if it was any of this meat, because there were 58,000 pounds that were recalled due to E. coli concerns, and the majority of that meat was to service mass production. Right, so your fast food restaurants, the Walmarts of the world, or the Walmarts of the U.S. and the other places that are the like. All right, so let's roll through on here, and then I have a couple other things to play. Hopefully, I don't get a strike or something like that. I don't know. I think I got hit with a copyright, but the other video published. So let's see. All right, you see the title, looking for volunteers, and it's only voluntary for a short amount of time. We understand that, right? So before, let's read it. Let's drive it home. Can't fail to bring that out each and every time. Revelation 13:16. He calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. And let's open that up. Drive it home. All right. Charagma.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Because you'll have a bunch of people telling you what it ain't, but they can't tell you what it is. And everything that they tell you, or all their speculation, leads to naught. All right, they are false prophets. Okay, if they don't speak according to this word, there is no light in them. If they're telling you it ain't that, all right, a stamp and imprinted mark, stamped on the forehead and the right hand, is the badge of the followers of. There is no the Antichrist, but you can liken that unto an Antichrist or anti-Messiah spirit, because the Lord told you not to do it, and anything that you do that goes against the Lord or against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you are taking on an anti-Messiah spirit. All right. Brandings, okay, things carved, sculpture, graven work, and idolatrous image. And we understand that there is this man. He has his beast system. He has the mark, okay. And then actually, let me not get ahead of myself. Let's not get ahead. Okay, but you see what it is. Let me dial it back. Caracas. Okay, a pale or stake or palisade, like a palisade or a rampart, pales between which earth and stone, trees and timber. Okay, so something that go, all right, it has to be inserted, and it's like a stake or a palisade, right? So something that a needle maybe that would insert something, so that way they can completely control your identity, control how much money you have, what you can and can't say, where you can and can't go. Everything leads to this. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. Wait. Okay, so let's see. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 6. And you can hear that a lot if you listen to the news. They always say, "Oh, 60 people died on 6th Street or 6th Ave, or 6 people died on the 60th block." Or it's always when they have these house bills, it'll be House Resolution 33-6-6336 or something like that. And it's very, very subtle. It's something that you can pay attention to the next time you hear it. But um, these devils, they have to put it out there. They'll tell on themselves. And that is why John the Revelator said, "Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding." All right. And then before we continue, all right, verse 14 and 9. Okay, so we're going to read the punishment. And then this is doom for the worshippers of the beast. How do you worship the beast, or the NATO in the EU, their beast system? Because some people would like to say that it's a philosophy. Okay, philosophies cause you to lead a certain life. If you have a philosophy, that will steer you in a direction to fulfill whatever that philosophy is. Okay, so by their logic, if it is a philosophy, that philosophy steers you to the previous chapter, on where you will have a physical implantation of something. The writing is on the wall, okay, and the infrastructure is here. You would have to be blinded not to see it. And hey, I'm sorry for you if the Lord put that strong delusion on you. All right, 14 and 9. And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice of a man, "If any man worship the beast in his image," right? So, again, that worship is you bow into that image. You believing when you vote, your vote actually doesn't matter, but you are giving your energy to that. You think that Egypt will, or you think that Babylon will continue. You think that spiritual Egypt will continue. You think that you can lean on this devil for sustainment, but all the while he's looking to put you in a snare. Right, a digital snare, a digital oppression. Okay, and worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or his hand. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. So folks want to say that that is a literal place under the earth with fire. All right, no, that's nuclear destruction. And we have pushed a little bit closer to that. I don't think there's anything on it just yet, but you can look up. I was a U.S. plane. Let me see. Coordinate. Let me see. Because we are one step closer, so I don't want to lose track of where I was going. But you know what? We're gonna pull that up as well. Save us. Save us. Stop. Hold. Stop. Oh. think it was the 22nd. Or not, well, today. Let's see. Launch a missile strike on Russia. Ukraine hits sea. No. But there was a U.S. plane that took off from Romania and pretty much escalated the force, escalated whatever that Russia told them not to escalate. They did. Oh, okay, here we go. Missile attack. I guess it's the same thing. But the plane that carried the missiles took off from Romania. So guess what? Now Romania is a target. They're man, no, get out of here. Let's see. Rocket attack was launched against Russia's Black Sea fleet on Friday. Uh-huh. Okay, so you can read that on your own. I just wanted to pull that so you can see that brimstone, that fire. Let's see, tormented with fire and brimstone right here in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay, we're inching one step closer to that. Those are two major prophecies: the nuclear destruction of this place, and well, first the implementation of the MOTB, and then the nuclear destruction of this place. Okay, all right, now let's go back. Kind of went off, but went into a different direction. But that was just the spirit bringing out something on on what you need to say no to. All right, Neuralink announced it's recruiting as human clinical trials to test and assess the safety of its brain chip implant in a new release on Tuesday. Neural interface technology company owned, yada yada. The clinical precise robotic implanted brain computer interface study seeks to recruit volunteers who have quadriplegia. So if you can't use your limbs, or any sort of spinal, anything that pretty much renders you immobile, and they're looking for folks so they can do their left-handed miracles. Now, if you type in how many animals died when they were testing them on monkeys, and how many infections or the animals got, you probably can't find it anymore, or the first thing you'll see is the fact check. And when you see the fact check, you already know what's up. Let's see, the trial will use PCIs to monitor movement signals that will extend from a person's brain activities and control a computer device such as cursor or keyboard to their thoughts. So a robot is doing this surgery. Okay, has not said they'll be testing its chip implants on humans or when it might the dead, that they should be judged and that they should get rewarded to our servants' profits. That's for their names one great. All right, and then we eat and to destroy them, which destroy the earth, which they do. But I included that because you're disrupting the balance. You're killing animals for the sake of greed. Or you don't ever think that anything that goes, they probably, I bet you, allegedly, that these dead animals are probably in your McDonald's. Allegedly. Probably in your food, you know, something like that, some way. Okay, so that's enough on that. And you can also go over the E. coli on your own as well. Let's see. And if I did a video a while back on the Farm to Fork initiative, right, where they want to have complete control over everything, even your lab grown whatever you eat. And from start to finish, they will know it will be tracked, and these devils will have complete control over what you put in your mouth. Let's see.
Your whole health is more than what you find at the doctor's office. Because it's all.
This weekend is all about food in downtown Sacramento.
Yeah, the Farm to Fork Festival kicks off later today. KCR3's Melanie Wingo has details on what's on the menu.
We are inside the gates where the Farm to Fork Festival will happen starting later today. Check it out. They're getting all set up and ready to welcome visitors to the 10th anniversary of the Farm to Fork Festival. This whole section of Capitol Mall will be packed with people celebrating Sacramento being the self-proclaimed Farm to Fork capital of the world, starting at 4 o'clock today. Now, in keeping with this event's tradition, this is a free-to-attend event here on Capitol Mall, featuring food and beverage booths.
Up and I'm going to read it to you because I think that it's upset me to that extent. So here it is. We will keep their lives short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so that they never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators and sedatives in food and water as well as in the air. They will be covered in poisons wherever they turn. The soft metals will make them lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure from our many funds, and yet we will give them more poison. Chemical poisons will be absorbed through the skin of idiots who believe that certain hygiene and beauty products presented by great actors and musicians will be eternal youth to their faces and bodies, and through their thirsty and hungry mouths we will destroy their minds and systems of internal organs, reproduction. However, their children will be born as disabled and deformed, and we will hide this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything around them, in what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We have to be ingenious in distributing the poisons because they can see far. We'll teach them that poisons are good, with funny pictures and musical tones on TV. Those who are looking for them will be helpful. We will enroll them to push our poisons. They will see that our products are used in film, and they will get used to them, and they will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them that we are helping them. We will start earlier when their minds are young, and we will target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that kill their minds and steal their future. And when their ability to learn has been affected, we will create more drugs that will make them sicker and cause them other illnesses, for which we will create even more drugs. We will make them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow, and obese. And when they come for us to help, we will give them more poison. We will focus our attention on money and material goods so they never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, so that they are never one with the
that is the Holy Spirit.
A companion that never strays, never tires, and always obeys. As you traverse our radiant metropolis, bring our latest gizmo, the mood on the go, With the swipe of a thumb, alter your mood instantly and experience any emotion you wish. You can also use it to instantaneously replace your companion.
You see the phone?
Unity of all. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. And if they refuse, we will find ways to implement technologies that alters the mind in their lives. We will use fear as a weapon. We will establish their governments, and we will establish opposition within them. We will own both sides. We will always hide our goal, but we will continue our plan. They will do the work for us, and we will prosper from their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs, and our blood, it must be pure because it is. We will make them kill each other when they oppose us. We will keep them separate from unity through dogma and religion, and we will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. We will guide them kindly and let them believe that they are guiding themselves. We will instigate animosity among them through our factions. When a light shines among them, we will extinguish it by mockery or death, whichever suits us.